All right, have not fans. I actually finished recording a video which was in reference to the clip that was released by John Snyder over the weekend. When Jim is confronting Wyatt because he's high, and then Catherine's calling out Jim's name in the background. And I mentioned that, if Catherine's calling Jim because she got a phone call from either the bank or more, I think she probably got a phone call from Hannah explaining that, hey, we're at the bank trying to give you the money, but the money is just gone from the account. So Catherine seemingly having a panicky tone calling out Jim's name, and then Jim most likely getting out that information from Catherine, then rushes off to Hannah's house, probably confirms that neither Catherine or Jim took the money. Then I did it in another video about, did Candace take the money to give back to the Criers? I doubt that's the case as well. And I didn't think about it until I remembered that in the preview, the bank clerk was telling Hannah and Benny that the money originally came from an account called the Crier Company. It makes a lot of sense that the government took the money. Wait, Jeremy, what are you talking about? Now, if you go back to my 50-minute video, Where's the Money? I talked about in detail Landon putting the federal hold on and keeping track of what Candace is doing. Then in the preview for this week, when Oliver's talking with Charles is on the phone talking about, if this story comes out and you can't spin it, you're fired. Charles, is really putting Landon in overdrive trying to clean up all of Candace's messes. Remember, a lot of things happened off screen when Candace was spotted at the White House. So you have to think about the fact that Landon probably is doing 50,000 things at once trying to clean up the messes, due to the fact that, Oliver said that a lot of powerful people that Candace has screwed over in the past have come out and said various things. So Landon is spinning like a freaking fidget spinner trying to get this stuff cleaned up. But guess what? He's only one man. He's very good at what he does, but there's so much. It's almost like, he cleans up one mess, but then there are 10 more Candaces left behind, and he has to deal with that. But it's hard. I really think that this is something that he might not be able to do. I would hate to see Landon lose his job, because Charles is the one that's holding on to something that's going to tear down everything he's worked for, whether he wants it or not. So there's no need of lashing out at your team members, because you're the one who's ruining your career, not them. And the reason I say that the government took the money is, when you think about it, if Charles is trying to clean up everything, I think it would make sense that he would get the intel on the Crier Company, which obviously he did, because he was the one that put the federal hold on Candace's account, which stopped her from having access to the $8+ million to begin with until they took the hold off. So I don't doubt that if the Malones had a trail, it's like, oh, so Benny has all this money in his account but can't pay us. I'm pretty sure Landon would have tracked the money from the Crier Company to Hannah and Benny's joint account. So it's quite possible that Landon had the bank account the Crier Company closed, and then took the money out of the joint bank account and has that in his custody, if you will, until he could figure out where the money originally came from and gave it back to the original owners, which would be a good twist, because if you remember way back when I believe this was during the time when Hannah and Benny were in trouble, or should I say Benny was in trouble because he would need an attorney due to the fact that he was being blamed for the whole Malone situation. So it's like, we need an attorney to help you get out of this mess, if I'm not mistaken. And then she's like, I got to see how much money we got in our bank account. That's when she opened the computer, saw the money, and literally freaked out, called Catherine. It's like, Catherine, get this money out of my account. I know you did this. But then when Catherine said it wasn't her, that's when, Hannah's like, you know what, this isn't our money. Look, I need to call the FBI or the police to get this money over, because this isn't ours. And I think that'll be a nice payoff, because she originally said we need to get this over to the authorities. And now the authorities allegedly took that money by force, and now they have a huge debt in their account. I think that makes sense. I think that in terms of who took the money, Landon and his team, that's why I say like the feds or the government, that includes Landon and the team. That's the most broadest description. I think they took that money in order to clean up Candace's messes, because it's almost like, guilty by association, because Benny allowed Candace to transfer that money in, because I think he was the one that texted her the bank account information. that pretty much opened the door to him being an accomplice, if you will. So it's like, hey, I know you and your mother didn't take that money. Candace transferred it over to your account. So we're going to take this back because we know it doesn't belong to her. In order to keep my job, I need to make sure all of her messes are cleaned up. So we're going to take this money back because it's a good chance she took this money from one of the powerful people that she screwed in the past who have come out and said this, that about her after she appeared on TV at the White House. So I think that it actually makes a lot of sense that the government took the money or Landon took the money to clean up the mess. Now it's a matter of figuring out who it belongs to. And once again, he'll probably figure it out because, I mean, the account numbers, but they do a lot of stuff off screen. So with that being said, folks, I think Landon took the money. And yeah, that's all I got to say. I think it actually adds up. But let me know what you think. I wouldn't mind a little chunk of that money coming into my bank account. Just saying. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. I do hope that they figure out this money mystery at the beginning of the episode. I really do, because, well, I don't want this to... I feel like we're going to figure out who took the money in this episode, not the money going back to the criers in this episode. At least I think so. But be sure to subscribe, like I said before, trying to get these numbers up. 100,000. It's getting real, guys. It's getting real. Hopefully by the end of this month, we're at least at 85,000. And we'll just keep on moving along. So I can't thank you enough for the support. And be sure to tell your friends about the channel. Share these videos around. Be sure to follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.